So this is part of the NBA Live Mobile Season 10 leaks, or sneak peeks as it were, that we have just got for the game. Now, I didn't expect this to happen on a random Tuesday morning, but here we are. This is one of the sneak peeks, and I'll go through all of them, as well as how you can actually go ahead and download the game right now, which is in beta at the moment. So we're going to kick things off with the EA official website. I leave the link to this in the description down below. As you can see, the EA Sports NBA Live Mobile beta will be available in Turkey and the Philippines on both iOS and Android. Obviously, you need to be in Turkey or the Philippines, or of course use a VPN to appear in those countries to be able to get them either on the Google Play Store or by iOS through the test flight. And you will see as you go down and read this, it says players in these regions can sign up and play for a limited time to get an early look at the upcoming season update as the game continues to be developed and improved. Obviously, this is an early look, it is the beta, so it's not going to be a complete version of the game. It's not going to be exactly 100% what we see. However, beta versions of games are usually very similar to what we usually get with the game. So you can see for iOS, players in Turkey and the Philippines can request access through this form. When you press on this, it just takes you to a Google Forms. You can fill it in. You can fill it in if you are from any country. I just went ahead and filled it in from the UK, because why not? I could do it. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to get access. Hopefully I'll be able to get access to it and have a go at it, because I think it would be really fun to test out. Of course, I'm not in Turkey and I'm not in the Philippines, and my Android phone, I don't know where it is. So unfortunately, I can't actually use that. But you will get an invite to be able to use the game via test flight. It has been used before. I think I used it when they had the beta for FIFA Mobile. And for Android, it's a lot more easy. And if you are in other countries, you can, of course, use a VPN. And that's where this video is sponsored by Thor VPN. Now I'm joking, but if I did have a sponsor, that would be a pretty cool segment. But anyway, if you are in Turkey or the Philippines, or you got a VPN that says you are, you can, of course, press on this link and it will take you to the Google Play Store page for the beta version of the game. You can download it and play it. I have got some screenshots of people who have used it on the Discord server. This is the first look at the upcoming NBA Live Mobile season update. Of course, in the title of this video, I put NBA Live Mobile Season 10 leaks. No idea whether it's going to be called that. It might be called Season X. It might be called something completely different. But yeah, that is pretty much it when it comes to this news page. It's not actually available to be able to view from the NBA Live Mobile version of the website. So you can see if I go here, it just takes you to the Season 9 page. You just have to search up NBA Live Mobile Beta, and that's the first thing that comes up for some reason. But now let's take a look at some of these sneak peeks. And I did not expect any of this. When I first saw it, I thought this is fake, it's generated by AI or something, but it is completely real. This is the NBA Live Mobile Beta on the Google Play Store. You can see there are photos here and everything, and they look completely different to what we have at the moment. If you go on the About section, I think it's very similar to what we have on the normal version of the game. I don't really see anything that's changed too much. You can see 30 of your NBA teams, over 230 of basketball players, gameplay and all of that stuff. I do think it's very similar. Let me know if there's anything that's different from the actual version of the game on the Google Play Store. But now let's take a look at some of the photos, and we'll kick things off with this one. This is a page of Chet Holmgren. It looks like you can train up your player. You can see train 10 out of 5, costing different currency. Of course, we know currency is not going to carry over into this season. It says it's got certain skills, so marksman, increased shooting touch, and shooter's sense. You can see his sort of stats there: shooting, finishing, defensive. Defensive is 98, which is nuts. Rebound 102, athleticism 96. Absolutely crazy. His overall's only 83, but of course this is the start. But that is his base overall. He's got a +2 upgrade and 0 position. Don't know exactly what that means, but it looks like we've also got chemistry in this game. Now, I'm going to have a guess that you'll probably get chemistry based on who else is in the team. So you can see he's OKC. Maybe he's matching with someone else on the team from the OKC. That might be a promo logo from 2025. And I'm not sure what this is at all. Maybe it's a special skill or something. A lot of this is just me speculating because I haven't played the game at all. He's an epic rank 2. You can see all of his stats over there. And you can see the new currencies. This looks like we got PF points. Not sure what that's going to be called. And then we got star points over here. But yeah, this is looking like a very different page to what we have had in the game at the moment, of what you look at when you look at a player's stats. And the fact that you can train them up, I think we had something similar when it comes to training players back in Season 2, I want to say. I could be wrong about that. It was a very long time ago, but I don't think we've ever had chemistry like this. It might be similar to how the boost item works at the moment, where you're trying to match people based on their play styles. But this is looking very new. And of course, all of these screenshots, it's a literally from a completely new game, which is what a lot of people have been asking for, including myself. So it's going to be interesting to see what this actually looks like. So we'll go on to the next one over here. This is Leagues. Now, Leagues is going to have a huge revamp, it looks like. This is the overview of it. And I'm definitely going to make a league if it is worth it this season round. You can see League XP, the rank, what tier you're in, and members. It looks like you can only go up to 18 members this time around. Before, you could get up to 32 people in a league. You can see all of these ones have a nice little banner on them based on the team they've used. Someone's got a 95 overall over there. You can filter it by the leader, the overall, and the level, very similar to what we've had before. You've got your league versus league over here, which is very similar. Hopefully they've revamped it with, of course, the different events, and it looks like they have, because you got a challenge event, which is going to be fairly interesting. You got an exclusive league store and a league pass. I'm guessing the league pass is going to be similar to the live pass, stuff like that. You can see the chat over here, the leaderboard, friends as well. Maybe friends are going to have a revamp. Hopefully it'll be a lot easier to play against your friends in this version of the game. And then you got goals, which I'm guessing are going to be like your objectives for league versus league. But again, these are just screenshots. I don't know exactly what it looks like in the game at the moment because I don't have access, unfortunately. But we'll go on to the next screenshot, which is called NBA Tour. Now, this to me personally looks a little bit like Showdown. You can see you've got your different sort of tiers, as it were, going from rookie all the way to Hall of Fame. You got your challenge progress, but then it also doesn't look like Showdown just because there's challenges and not really playing against people. So maybe it's a promo or maybe a side sort of quest or something like that. You got fan hype and fan frenzy, and you can earn your fans here. So I don't know whether this is a promo. It does look like there is a lot going on in this one, where you've got your progress, you've got your challenges to do, and then you've also got some extra challenges. Maybe it's a campaign and you sort of work your way throughout the season. Gonna have to wait and see what that looks like. But again, when you look at these, you kind of think this is fake. This is someone's made this as fan art, because it looks nothing like NBA Live Mobile, but it is. And that is the really exciting thing with all of this stuff. You can see the homepage over here looking nuts. You got Jokic there. The card art looking very similar to 2K Mobile, but I'm here for it. 83 overall for Jokic over there. You got your events down the bottom, Rise to Fame, League, My Team, and Store over there. You got Quick Play mode, which might be like seasons. You got a Wave Pass, probably like the Live Pass, and an NBA Tour, so maybe that is a promo to go ahead and play through. And then, of course, you got your overall. It's coming up with 110 overall. Hopefully that's artwork. Personally, I'd like it to be 99 overall as the cap, but I doubt we'll ever see that back in the game. You got your objectives, your inbox, and your settings over there as well. So looking very new, very different, really, really nice to see. And then you go on to My Team. Now, I don't know how they've come up with the overall of 40 overall over there, but you can see you got Kyrie Irving, Anthony Edwards at a 47. Don't really know if that would be his base overall in the game at the moment. Jaylen Brown, Chet Holmgren, and Brook Lopez over there. I'm loving the design on the artwork on all of these guys. You got your auto build. You've also got snapshots, which I'm not too sure about what that is in this game. You got lineup as well, and then of course you can look at your full collection, which I don't know whether any of the cards you've got in the game at the moment will carry over based on it completely revamping the game. I'm guessing not, which will probably be a good thing, you know, starting from scratch. And then chemistry unlocks a certain amount of fans over here, NBA Tour. So it looks like NBA Tour is what you have to go through in order to actually unlock stuff in the game. Maybe it'll be similar to leveling up when it comes to the game itself. And then the final screenshot, you can see the gameplay looking absolutely ridiculous when you compare it to, of course, the base NBA Live Mobile game that we've had. The same game engine since season 1, pretty much, with a couple of tweaks to the graphics. The core gameplay itself has stayed relatively the same, and this is looking like it is completely revamped, getting on the level of 2K Mobile, and of course the arcade edition and all of that stuff. It looks like we got plays as well, which is a very interesting button to see in this game. You got pass and shoot, and then you got your dribble stick as well. Maybe we'll get to do certain dribble moves as well, which we haven't got to do in the game. It's looking like the shot meter is completely different with just a generic bar there, getting Doncic on that perfect release for 3. It's looking great. And I do think, of course, when it comes on iOS, more than the Android phones, hopefully it'll be a lot more optimized and we can get these ridiculous graphics. But we'll take a look now at the official Discord server to see what everyone is talking about. Some people have managed to download the game, like Dato04 over here. You can see this is the screenshot of when you're loading in to the beta version of the game. Of course, it is the beta. I do want to stress that it's not 100% what the game will look like, but you can see this is what the loading page might look like. And you can see when you sign in, you've also got an option to sign in with EA Sports, which I don't think we've had so far in NBA Live Mobile. Usually it's been either with Google Play, Facebook, or of course the Game Center on iOS. But having these three options might hopefully fix all of the login issues that we've had in the past. Of course, I'll always try and link myself to as many things as possible to avoid that, but you can see that's what the sign-in page will look like. And then of course you can select your team with all of the teams available in the game at the moment. And yeah, that is what the homepage and loading screen is looking like. And then he's got the gameplay photo over here. I'm not sure what device he's using to play this game, but it is a little bit pixelated on the things, but I'm sure when the official version comes out, it will be probably a lot more optimized, and depending on what device you have will depend on how high the graphics can be. You've also got that plays button. Again, really interested to see what that actually looks like in the game. Block button, guard button, and then the steal button there down at the bottom like we've had before. Alex909 has said that he's trying to use it on a 3GB RAM phone, but he's going to try with an 8GB one. You can see his device doesn't meet the minimum requirements to play the game, so there will be a minimum requirement. But hopefully a lot of phones do have about 8GB of RAM and can actually run the game. Data04 again has got his picture of his team. Low overall to start things off, but chemistry, you need to acquire a certain amount of fans. Again, that'll probably change when the game comes out. You've also got a captain over here, which is interesting, as well as that snapshots thing. And then of course you got all of the different overalls, and all of them have got their scans of what they look like in the game themselves, and I do think they are fairly accurate with all of this stuff. It's going to be interesting to see what everyone looks like, and of course with Wemby, especially because his face scan was absolutely abysmal in the last season, so hopefully they fix that and it looks a lot better. Again, Rising Phoenix, he is an EA game changer. Maybe he'll have early access to this game, saying that it is new from the ground up as it looks in those screenshots as well. And it is really nice to see that they've given the gameplay a huge refresh in what it actually looks like. Again, a new look at the homepage over there. Keep scrolling down. We got Jason Tatum, similar to that Larry marketing photo we saw on the Google Play Store. You can see the messaging section over here. Very simplistic, but of course it is just the beta version of the game. You can see this is what it looks like when you open a pack. I want to see what that pack animation looks like, but you can see he's got Jimmy Butler over there, Draymond Green, and then Emmanuel quickly at low overalls. Another photo of the gameplay. This is on an Android phone, as you can see by the volume button. I don't think I've seen anyone getting it on iOS. I think that process is a bit longer in order to actually go ahead and play it. And then we got a bunch of stuff. Nico is saying that he's playing it on a Samsung A70, and the gameplay is a little bit laggy, but I'm sure everything will get optimized when we get the full version of the game. So we got a lot of stuff from all of these sneak peeks. Again, we will probably get more and more as more people are able to go ahead and play the beta. I'm going to wait and see whether I can get access to the beta. Of course, I'm not affiliated with EA at all at the moment, and I'm not in Turkey, I'm not in the Philippines, and I don't have an Android phone to be able to download it off the Google Play Store. So I'll just sit here and wait, see what screenshots we get and what news we get, because of course it's not out to the general public at the moment, but all we can do is wait, and this stuff is looking fairly exciting. It's what we've been asking for a long time in a new revamp to the game, and it looks like EA have delivered with this beta version. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This probably is a fairly long video, but let me know what you think of all of those screenshots that I just showed, and whether you've actually played the beta yourself. What do you think of it? Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I might make a couple of more videos around season 9 to wrap things up with that season, but let me know what you want to see in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.